Right now, we really have seen this unhealthy trend of cooperation sliding into competition, and my best hope is it would not slide further into confrontation.
Let's turn to the phone call between President Xi Jinping and President Joe Biden, their first such contact in over half a year. The White House says it was Washington that initiated that phone call. If so, what do you think accounts for the timing? Why now?
I think such kind of communication are crucially important. I mean, the conversation at the highest level, especially when the relationship between the two sides is not so stable and is actually competitive. So this kind of a normal, from time to time conversation is crucially important. While talking about this relationship itself, unfortunately, this is a so-called competitive relationship because this is already set by President Trump as a tone for China-US relationship. This is not what China wants. China still would wish this is a relationship of cooperation. Right now, we really have seen this unhealthy trend of cooperation sliding into competition, and my best hope is it would not slide further into confrontation.
Two presidents raised and discussed a number of the problematic issues that have reshaped the relationship in very recent years. Does this necessarily indicate, though, and is there evidence that things will get better for them here on out?
The gap between China and the United States, be it in economic or military fields, would only be narrowing. As time goes on, I think the United States will find that they have to cooperate with China on so many international fronts. And there is a bigger reason for me to be optimistic. China currently, economically speaking, is about 75% of the US economy. But almost all the leading economists would conclude that by the year 2030, China would become the largest economy in the world in terms of GDP. Yes, overall, the US military is still much stronger than China, but China doesn't have to compete with the US beyond China's periphery. Because if you look at China's military's activities, they are invariably humanitarian in nature, be it peacekeeping, counter-piracy, disaster relief, or evacuation of people from war-torn countries. They are all humanitarians. And actually, China and the United States had a good cooperation in counter-piracy in the Gulf of Aden. Actually, they could even join hands in addressing the so-called non-traditional threats. So our door is always open. I never believed that the United States is so-called exceptional or indispensable. How come the US Capitol Hill had such a huge unrest? This is shocking. China's rise provided people common sense. The common sense is, at any given time in history, it is always a coexistence of different civilizations, different social systems, different religions, and different culture.